What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in. Happy Thursday. There we are. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having an incredible one. Hope you guys are having a great one because it is almost about time. We have the one and only Miss Keana is going to be joining me, and it's going to be awesome. So, yeah, real quick, let's go ahead and do our shout outs. You know what we got to do. Let's go ahead and send a huge shout out to StreamYard. StreamYard is a platform for you to get a chance to either do business meetings, interviews, or, of course, in this case, podcasts. StreamYard is an incredible platform, so that if you guys have not got a chance to use it, they do have a free edition for you guys to check out everything. You guys need a chance to use it for Facebook. You guys need a chance to use it for YouTube, like what we're doing right now, or any other platform. So I encourage you guys to use StreamYard because it is awesome, it is incredible, and you guys don't want to miss out on all things. The Fighting Now. So let's go ahead and send a huge shout out to our great friends at RMGFX1. You guys go ahead and just check out rmgfx1.com, and whatever y'all do, use the promo code Fighting Now to save 10% off your entire purchase. We have some Fighting Now gear that I encourage you guys to go check out. And I know we have some people that bought the merchandise, so thank you guys. You know who you are for being such incredible supporters. Now, I do have some great friends of mine that are doing some incredible stuff. So let's go ahead and get to that right now. Let's go ahead and check out Mom's Basement MMA. They've been doing some incredible stuff, some incredible interviews, and yet I know that they've been busting their tail. I talked to them earlier, and I know that they've been working very, very hard. So you know that they got a lot in store heading your way. So make sure you guys follow them on Instagram at moms_basement MMA. Next up, we have Liz with a Z podcast. I know that Miss Lisa Solar is pretty much been busy a lot when it comes to the fighting stuff. I mean, she's getting better and better, and I know she's ready to for whatever comes her way. So make sure you guys get a chance to check her out. Lisa Solar on Instagram, of course, Liz with a Z podcast on Instagram as well. Last but certainly not least, we have our great friends at Air Media Productions. They've been doing so many incredible things. It's awesome to be able to build a relationship with all three, especially with Air Media Productions, because they've been having so many of these podcasts and interviews. I mean, I just got them listening to the one with Bret Hart Beltran, and it's very incredible. It's very awesome. And it's very amazing to say the least. So yeah, don't forget the chance to check out Air Media Productions. And of course, you know what we gotta do. Let's go ahead and turn off the music because I know y'all can still hear it. Now, let's go ahead and check this out. I have something very in store for you guys. Let's go ahead and check this out. So, if you guys follow me on Instagram at The Fighting Now, you know exactly what today is. Today is the last day before we have, and I'm going to use this hashtag Big Interview Friday. I say that because we have not one, not two, but three incredible interviews for you guys on Friday. But before that, we have this one with Miss Keana, and I am very excited because at 1 o'clock we have Anna Crunchfield, at 3:30 we have Anna Toole, and last but certainly not least, we have the one, the only Haley Cowan. And this is going to be very awesome. This is going to be very incredible, and you guys don't want to miss out on all things the interviews. So make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the Fighting Now's interviews. Now, that being said, we are waiting on Miss Keana, and I know she's prepared. I know she's ready. I know she's excited, to say the least. So we have so much that is heading y'all's way, and I feel thankful a lot, especially for all of you guys, who have been following the page since day one, for you guys who have, for all the new followers. I mean, you guys are seeing so many incredible different stuff. I mean, there's inspiring quotes that I send every day. I send them to all the fighters, and then of course, you got the amazing fighters themselves. I mean, what more can you ask for? And of course, it's just the start of something incredible, to say the least. And of course, we have the interviews. I do want to send a huge shout out to Shamir Pasua on last night's interview. Last night's interview was probably like the longest one, but it was worth it. It was really, really worth it because of the conversations that me and Shamir had. It was so awesome. It was so incredible to say the least, and I'm very thankful for her. And of course, if you guys have not got to chance to check out all the previous interviews with Amanda Fiera, Keira Martinez, and of course Jade Wong, you guys can check that out all on YouTube. Or if you guys are watching this live, and obviously you guys can get a chance to subscribe. I hopefully when it comes to like this next goal, which we'll get a chance to have some people typing down in the comments, and yet if you guys have any questions for Keana, then yeah, I encourage you guys to go ahead and type them down in the comments because she's going to be joining me here momentarily. But I do want to get a chance to check out this logo that she wanted me to show you guys. I know that she has a lot of stuff with RMGFX1 that she's been working on, that she's been prepared for, and whenever I first joined them, she welcomed me in like family. So shout out to her, and I cannot wait to get a chance to have her up into the StreamYard studio. Gonna be a lot of fun, gonna be exciting, and you guys don't want to miss out on all things Keana and RMGFX1. You know, and in case you guys don't know who she is, I mean, she is an incredible fighter. She fights out of the Carlson Grace Riverside training facility up there. And so if you guys are in the area, encourage you guys to go check them out. They train weld oil machines such as this incredible fighter, and not only that, but she's 6-1. She's 6-1 right now as far as the amateur wise. So that is very very incredible. She's known for her some submissions. She's known for the ground game. She's known for being just an incredible fighter in general. So, real quick, guys, we're getting ready to have a short little 30-second break, and then when we come back, we'll get a chance to have Miss Keana join us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And we have some great confirmation as far as Keana. She'll be joining us here just a few momentarily. And I'm going to try my best to be able to hype her up as I possibly can. So, either way, though, I know she's excited. She's an incredible fighter. She's just an incredible person, to say the least. I know she works a lot when it comes to her work and her training, and of course the big fights themselves. So, yeah, if you guys want to get a chance to follow this incredible fighter, you guys can get a chance to follow her at Cube_MMA. And of course, don't forget to check it out tomorrow. Anna Crunchfield is going to be joining me at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And Tool is going to be joining me at 3:30. And last but certainly not least, Haley Cowan is going to be joining me at 9. I've gotten all these interviews prepared. And of course, one more thing, shout out to RMGFX1 because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to be here today. So thank you guys so much for all that you do. Now, we got that out of the way, and yet I think she's here. So let's go ahead and help me welcome in the one, the only Miss Keana. Let's go ahead and have her join me up in the studio.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, good. How about you?
Busy to say the least. Busy, busy. Uh, you
Yeah.
doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. Just got off with the kiddos now, ready to talk about fighting.
You're just all ready to go. So,
Oh
real
yeah.
quick, not only so pretty much, I want to welcome you into the StreamYard Studios first of all, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule for joining me up into this interview. So what's been going on? What's been going on besides working? I mean, how's the training going?
Training's been really good. Really good. There's kind of nothing planned yet, possibly looking at a fight in May. So just getting ready, staying ready. I want to do some jiu-jitsu tournaments in the meantime to stay busy. But yeah, I'm always staying pretty busy with training. It doesn't seem like work to me. I love it and it's fun. So it's kind of hard to keep me out of the gym, out of practice.
Well, if you guys get a chance to follow her on Instagram, you know that whenever she trains, it's just nothing. It's just like a daily thing that she always prepare for, and I can totally tell that she loves doing what she does best. You know what? I think we all want to get a chance to know is behind every fighter is what inspired you to start, fighting. Can you hear me?
It's crazy. Nothing really inspired me. I kind of always say this story that like I was kind of forced into it, you know? It was more, I was a really sensitive little kid and just like to the point, just too much, just I was too soft. And so my mom put me in taekwondo just to learn self defense, build confidence, and I hated it. I did not like it. It was not my thing. I didn't think I was going to be like a sports type kid. I liked art and stuff like that. And I ended up being, whether I liked it or not, I ended up being actually like pretty good at it. And so I
Hmm.
was kind of like, hey, you know what? Like maybe this isn't so bad. So taekwondo is kind of where it all started for me and getting used to fighting, physical contact, all of that. And then that kind of led into more and more branching out into all the different styles. And then just eventually turning 18 and going like, hey, put me in the cage.
I love that. I love that. I mean, so while you're training, and yet, the easiest part is always the fun part. But, you know, what what would you say has been the most difficult
I
part
am
when it comes
so
to
sorry,
training?
Jake. My Wi-Fi is horrible. Okay.
It,
When it comes to training, I definitely always say, that's a hit or miss. It could be both. I'd say something like on the daily, on the regular, the mental challenge,
hmm.
and then
Yeah.
in fight camp, the weight cuts. So kind of varies, but both can be pretty rough.
When I talked to you earlier about your team, which is pretty much Carlson, Gracie, Riverside. Tell me all about them.
I'm so sorry. So, like I said, I am sorry. I have horrible service today.
It's all good.
Okay, what
I
was the
was
last
asked.
question?
I said so. Pretty much, you got a chance to train. Can you hear me? I think we lost her. I think we lost her. If you guys, give me 1 second. Hopefully, she'll get a chance to join. So don't know what's happening to say the least, and I think she's back. So let's go ahead and welcome her back.
Service is horrible. Hi, sorry, my service is horrible today.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. We all end up having those days. I was asking you about the Carlson Gracie Riverside. I mean, tell me all about them and how long have you been with them?
Oh, I love this team so much. I switched to this team about 3 years ago, and my teammate Andre Yule, he fights for the UFC, and he was fighting, and we were on the lookout for me switching gyms anyways. And my mom's actually the one, she's very, very involved in my fight life, and she's the one that actually saw him fighting on the TV, and she was like, hey, there's a gym out of Riverside, which is about like 25 minutes from me. So she's like, let's go
Mhm.
check it out. So literally within that next week we went in, watched the class, and I felt it. It felt like trying on the perfect shoe. And ever
Yeah.
since then, I'm so happy there. I love this team. They've helped me grow a lot. They've definitely helped me grow a lot.
You can definitely tell, like, it makes you feel comfortable, especially with the amount of training and the amount of friends you probably make because of this team. I mean, I'm pretty sure
Oh
they've helped you a
yeah.
lot and how much you've helped them a lot.
It's honestly like my social life. That's why I say they can't keep me out of the gym. I'm talking with 3-year-olds and stuff all day, so I go to the gym, and it's definitely, we always say it's our fight family, which is so important because it's such a crucial blood sport that we definitely need to have that bond too. And also, it's an individual sport. You go into the octagon alone, but your whole team and your coaches, everyone helps build you up to that. So yeah, it's really important, and I've definitely found the place that makes me feel like home.
So, and speaking when it comes to like fight week, I mean, we all have some sort of motivation, and I gotta ask you this: what motivates you on fight week? I mean, do you have a certain thing that you always do before your fights? I mean, what gets you prepared on the I would say the weigh-ins and then before the fight itself?
I just get in my zone really good. Yeah, it's like I say, fighting alone, it's more of a mental sport than a physical sport for me. So certain times before the fight, obviously that night before, I have nerves and stuff, and so throughout the years, I've gotten better about getting used to that. So everyone knows, like the day before the fight and the day of the fight, don't talk
Yeah.
to me. Everyone knows I will come to my room, isolate, journal, read. I have like a jujitsu journal and all that I do. I'll go through my journal and all that, or even just write down how I'm feeling and whatnot,
Yeah.
get into prayer, listen to music. The day of the fight, don't talk to me. Everyone knows I'm very just in my zone, like RBF, resting bitch face from the moment I wake up. I put on my like gangster music and just get ready. And yeah, I'm very focused within like the first
Well,
day or two out.
Well, real quick, I want to send a shout out to Ricardo from RMGFX1. And
Hey.
what is going on? What is going on? We definitely do appreciate you for joining us here. And speaking of RMGFX1, which by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, you became the first person that messaged me. Like, hey, I heard you about the RMGFX1. You pretty much welcomed me in like family. So I want to know is how did both you and RMGFX1 came about?
Originally, so he was making some merchandise for my coach, and we saw it was a great quality rash guards and all that. And he came in the gym, and he was giving out his stuff, And then over time, I think he just kind of like DM'd me and introduced himself, and just super friendly and professional from the start. And so I have my Cub logo, and it's always just been like it's something I drew years ago, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna turn this into something one day. And I never had that confidence to push it out and like make clothes or sell anything with it because I was like, like I'm not a pro or anything yet. Who's gonna want to see or wear that? And Ricardo's the one that actually pushed me out of my comfort zone and was like, hey, like let's get this going. Let's put this on shirts, jackets, this and that. And now he's the one who helped pursue me to get a website and everything going. So he definitely helped me make a big jump in that, and he just welcomes me in like family, same as you. So yeah, he's
Well,
awesome.
whenever I first started with RMGFX1, I mean, pretty much when I first met them, it was like, like they noticed how much I work hard towards like the fighter wise and all that, and they're like, we want to make your dreams come true. We want to be able to make some merchandise. I was like, are you kidding? I was in complete shocked, and so
Yeah.
shout out to Ricardo. I mean, because they're incredible, they're awesome in many ways, and I do have that logo that you sent me earlier. So let's go ahead and check out this logo.
Yes.
This is pretty much the logo that you sent me. And was there anything behind the logo that you thought about?
Yeah, actually, so I drew it years ago. Like aside, like I don't consider myself a full like artist or anything, but I just like to draw and doodle. So I drew that once. And lions mean a lot to me. Obviously, going into my name, Cub. My mom's called me that since I was little, and she always said I'd like pounce around like a cub. Like I always like to play fight and stuff. But the lion means a lot to me. I have that one tatted on my side too because Cub for myself, my mom, she's super infatuated with the lions, and I also like look up to her like as a lioness. She's very much leader of the pack, and my dad and my sister are Leos. So lions just as a whole, I feel tie my family together, and then with the tribal, that's just tapping into more like my Filipino side. And so that's kind of just where the Cub logo came from. And so yeah, now I'm super excited to like finally put it out there and have people rep it and stuff as well.
I mean, does it always make you feel happy knowing the fact that you pretty much once you made this logo, you can finally get a chance to finally put it on a shirt. You can finally put it on any sort of
Oh,
merchandise, and you can actually have like your family to represent you and what you pretty much made behind this logo.
oh yeah, it means the world to me. My last fight was honestly because I've had people telling me ever since maybe like my third, fourth fight, like, hey, you should get shirts done. And I was just like, who wants to wear a little me? And I just totally didn't see that happening. And once Ricardo finally gave me that push and I made it a thing now at my fights, I see people that I do know, family, friends, and then even like some people that I've never met before. I've seen people wearing my shirt. And I was just so like emotionally overwhelmed, just super grateful, that I'm just like, wow, like it's crazy. Like all these people really do want to support me. It's awesome.
Well, you definitely deserve it. I mean, with me, like I'm still trying to get used to the fact that hey, people is wearing my merchandise. I just had one of the fighters who's gonna be fighting at Epic Fighting next week, and her stuff came in. She said she's got a couple stuff in store when it comes to my merchandise. I was like, please, whatever you want to do. I
Nice.
mean, so I'm very excited about it to say the least. So for anyone who doesn't know, you pretty much have had an incredible record, so to speak. I mean, 6-1. That is a very, very incredible. I mean, what could you tell us has been the toughest fight along in your journey since you started fighting?
I'd say honestly that fight that gave me the loss. Yeah. It was the fight. I definitely the fight that I think defined not defined me, but I think like molded me the most and really because a lot of the fights, so I got into the cage as soon as I turned 18. So it was a
Mhm,
lot the first few were kind of just people also like beginners filling out the sport and stuff. And so I say this humbly, but I kind of just like walked through each fight pretty well. They trained me very well, and I've always taken it serious since day one. And then
mhm.
so the one fight that I lost, I honestly didn't even really it's the fight I feel like prepped so much for, and I felt ready, and I got out there, and so my main thing is that I'm known for the arm bar, and I got flying arm barred within, like, 30 seconds in the first round, so that was woo, that one put me through it physically and mentally, so and it just kinda was a big bummer because I felt like I really did and I was fighting at a, lower weight class, that was when I fought at 135, which I will be going back to. But I just felt like I didn't really get to see what I was capable of yet, you know? So
Yeah.
that fight definitely was the roughest one.
I mean, either way, do you ever thought about, how much you've learned after your fight, after you lost?
I think that one taught me so much about myself and just everything. Like all the wins were awesome and grateful. And honestly, I wouldn't have anything go any other way. I can't go back and say, "Oh, I regret that loss. I wish I this and that." It fueled the fire for me. It definitely sparked something, and after that, I was just more I had maybe, like, my week where, like, I sat in the room and cried, you know? But then after that, I was on fire and like, "Alright, we're never letting that happen again."
If there's one thing I really do admire is the fact that you've learned so much after just that one loss, and you didn't really take it as harsh as other people would, because you've learned that, hey, I can be better. I can be better than I was before. So I mean, it helps you become a new person
Oh,
after each
yeah,
fight.
definitely.
So I mean, now that pretty much you're 6-1, is there anyone that you have in mind that you really want to face?
Nobody in specific yet. I'm barely getting used to, like, bigger new promotions now. I've been doing kind of more smaller, like, backyard promotions, you know, which is cool. Like I said, it was as an amateur, I was kind of just all about the experience and getting comfortable out there, calming the nerves and whatnot. So now as I'm starting to enter these bigger promotions, I do still have to look around and learn who's like the queen of what promotions and whatnot, you know? I'm looking at possibly King of the Cage in May, and
Ooh.
so yeah, so that's really exciting. So I definitely now need to start looking, and then also typically I'm a 45er, but I want to go back to fighting at 35. So now that's a whole new weight class where I need to start venturing out and looking at like what girls are where, you know. So still need to do
Yeah.
my homework, but I'm down for whoever.
I mean, hey, but before that, you still got to do these tournaments. Is there any tournaments that you're going to be trying to get involved before you try to go after King of the Cage in May?
Hopefully even something before then, you know. I love doing big league tournaments. I did my first JJ World League last year and
Mhm.
it was awesome. I love any jiu-jitsu tournament. I honestly like could say that I look forward to jiu-jitsu tournaments sometimes more than MMA fights, you know. I love the art of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And so I definitely want to hit some big tournaments. I placed third at JJ World League last time. I won 3 out of 4 of the matches, which put me in third, and so I definitely want to go back and get vengeance and get first.
Yeah.
So I'd love to do JJ World League again. I tell myself one day I'd love to hit a big one like IBJJF. You know, I want to do a super fight for the first time, so subs on the shore would be pretty cool. Um, yeah, just kind of whatever opportunities I can get into, I'd love to.
Well, hey, real quick before we do get to our last question, if you guys have any questions down in the comments, I think Ricardo's still in here. So if you guys want to get a chance to ask the one and only Miss Keena, get a chance to have any questions, please send them down to the comments. I asked that in the Instagram and didn't really get anything. But either way, though, I mean, this is a great opportunity to get a chance to know more about this incredible fighter. I mean, she's doing
Thank you.
everything right now. So I mean, you guys got to show some love, and yet can't stress that enough. Make sure you guys get a chance to follow her at Cube_MMA.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. So I know you have so many people watching you, especially the younger ones. If there was anyone, like any younger one that wants to get involved with fighting, do you have any advice that you really want to share that you want to tell them before they start get involved with MMA?
I'd say, oh, I love that question because honestly, I do. I say my biggest thing is to inspire younger kids and younger girls, especially. You know, I was a very insecure younger girl. Like, I can't even say I was bullied or much growing up or anything. If anything, I was my own bully. You know, the self doubt and everything was horrible at such a young age. I always compared myself to other little girls and everything. And so fighting definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone for everything as far as just being the center of attention, this and that, you know? So I definitely would tell anyone starting, don't be afraid to face your fears because you might end up loving it. And now I was so scared of so many things about starting with fighting, and now like it completely changed who I am. I am constantly looking for things that bring me adrenaline and thrill, and I like that afraid feeling of not knowing. I've learned to love the unknown. So I say to anyone, any younger kids starting, just don't be afraid because you don't know what could happen, and it could be for the better.
Last question I have in store for you is, while you're enjoying your time when it comes to the jiu-jitsu and MMA, and as far as the MMA side, I mean, what do you want, once we get done doing this, because eventually we'll end up having a stopping point in our life, what do you want people to see as you, the fighter? What do you hope people will see you as?
Somebody who wasn't afraid and ready to take risk. Yeah,
I like that.
definitely. Yeah, just I'd love to be of like Donald Cerrone status, saying yes to anything and everything. So just out here for the experience and obviously some wins and just leaving a legacy and inspiring the younger ones.
I think you're going to do an incredible job as far as inspiring the younger ones, especially with how much
Thank
you
you.
do before the training and outside of the training, or even just fighting wise. I can honestly say you really have a huge fan of me because ever since we met, you welcomed me into the RMGFX fam like family, and I'm just excited for you to say the least. I know that the best has yet to come. So I encourage you guys to go follow her, Cube
Thank
underscore
you.
MMA on Instagram. Is there any social media platforms you have that you want people to follow you on?
Instagram's just my main one. Yeah, that's my main one I promote and that I put more effort into. So yeah, follow me on Cub MMA.
Well, hey, I appreciate you for taking the time. I know it's been a very busy day. I know you got a lot more to do, afterwards. I just appreciate you for coming on. It's been an incredible time. It's been a very awesome time to say the least. Is there any final comments or final thoughts you want to say?
Nope, not on the spot now. No, I just got nervous. Nothing specific. Just thank you so much for also including me in this and taking the time to interview me as well, especially with our time difference. That was amazing. So thank you so much for that.
Not a problem. Really, I do want to tell you this though, and this, it's always an honor to have such a one, not only just an incredible fighter, an amazing person with a huge heart, an incredible heart. So really, I'm not worthy to have you on here, but I really do appreciate you. I expect so much incredible things from you, and I know many people are going to be watching you. They're going to be supporting you. I mean, as well as myself, and of course, everyone at the RMGFX fam. Just keep on doing so many incredible things, and I know you will.
Thank you. I appreciate it and everything you say. Thank you so much.
No problem. Just take that and just keep on sharing the positive vibes like you are right now. Just keep on doing it.
We'll do. And we'll stay in touch. I'll keep checking on you as well because now we
Uh,
obviously have a friendship formed beyond this. So,
I'm very honored to have that friendship for him, so I really do appreciate you.
right, thank you. You have a good one. And
You
I'll
have
stay in touch with
incredible.
you.
All right, let's stay in touch. I'll see you later on.
Okay. Bye.
Later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only Miss Keana, and yet we have so much in store for you guys. Don't forget to check it out. I can't stress this enough. Tomorrow, Anna Crunchfield at 1, Anna Tool at 3:30, and last but certainly not least, Anna Cowan at 9 o'clock. You guys can get a chance to follow me on the Fighting Now on Instagram. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Also, don't forget to subscribe, to the like, and of course, comment on this video. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all of these interviews. But hey, that is it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jake. I am Jake / the Fighting Now, saying so long, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on Big Interview Friday.